In 2004, the average human attention span was about 2.5 minutes. Today, it has dropped to less than 47 seconds. If you feel the urge to check your phone while watching this, if you have multiple tabs open right now and still feel bored, you are not lazy. You are not weak. You are living through a focus crisis that has been carefully engineered. This isn't random distraction. It's a system. Your attention is being farmed, harvested, and sold. And the cost of that is much deeper than most people realize. Think about the last time you tried to do one simple thing. Maybe you wanted to read a few pages of a book or reply to a message. Somehow, 10 minutes later, you were scrolling through something you never meant to open. You weren't even sure how you got there. That drifting feeling isn't accidental. It happens because we are living in the first environment in human history where our attention is being competed for every single minute. The human brain was never designed for this level of constant stimulation. Every notification, every vibration, every time you switch tabs, your brain pays a price. Neuroscientists call it a switching cost. Even a brief interruption reduces cognitive efficiency because your prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for focus and impulse control, has to reset each time. Imagine trying to sprint while someone trips you every few seconds. That's what constant digital interruptions are doing to your mind. Over time, this leads to cognitive fatigue. You feel tired, but you haven't done anything physical. You feel restless, but you can't concentrate. And what you begin to hate more than anything else is boredom. But boredom is dangerous, not for you, but for the platforms competing for your attention. If you get bored, you might think. If you think, you might leave. So they design systems that keep you stimulated. Every swipe, every like, every notification. These are dopamine triggers. They work like a slot machine. You don't scroll because you're enjoying every second. You scroll because your brain is chasing the possibility of reward. The problem is that constant dopamine stimulation raises your baseline. Ordinary life begins to feel dull. A conversation feels slow. A sunset feels underwhelming. Reading a book feels difficult. So you go back to the screen. For younger generations, this impact is even more serious. When the brain is still developing, constant short-form content can shape neural pathways. It trains the brain to expect stimulation every few seconds. Sustained focus begins to feel unnatural. That's why many people today feel like they can read for more than a minute without their mind wandering. It isn't a character flaw, it's conditioning. But the deeper cost isn't just attention, it's emotional processing. Your brain has something like emotional metabolism. Just as your body digests food, your mind digests feelings. In the past, there were natural moments of idle time. Walking home, sitting quietly, staring out of a window. During those quiet moments, your brain processed experiences and emotions. Today, idle time barely exists. The moment discomfort appears, you reach for your phone. The emotion gets suppressed. But a suppressed emotion is not a processed one. It stays beneath the surface, building quietly. Over time, this contributes to anxiety, emotional numbness, and a strange sense of emptiness. When we are overstimulated but under-recovered, we lose emotional capacity. And without emotional capacity, deep relationships become harder to sustain. The good news is that your brain is plastic. It can change. Even small practices can retrain your attention. Sitting quietly for 17 minutes and focusing on internal sensations, your breathing, your heartbeat, the feeling of your body against a chair, can strengthen attention circuits. It teaches your mind to stay instead of constantly seeking stimulation. Another simple exercise is to choose one point, like a candle flame, and hold your gaze there without looking away. Your mind will try to escape. Gently bring it back, over and over. This strengthens sustained attention in a way that scrolling never can. Most of your day is spent in narrow, screen-focused vision. This narrow focus can subtly increase stress, but you can shift your perception. Right now, without moving your head, expand your awareness. Notice what's in your peripheral vision, the walls, the ceiling, the space around you. This broader awareness activates different neural circuits and reduces stress. To rebuild attention practically, you can use a simple structure. Remove distractions. Turn off notifications. Put your phone away. Ground yourself for a few minutes by noticing your senses. Then choose one task and stay with it. No switching, no checking. Even if it feels uncomfortable, remain with it. Finally, step away and allow your brain to recover before returning to stimulation. Focus isn't something you force through tension. It's something that naturally returns when you stop letting everything pull you in different directions. Reclaiming your attention isn't just about productivity. It's about presence. It's about being able to sit with someone you love without feeling restless. It's about reading, listening, thinking, and simply existing without constant interruption. True freedom in the modern world is the ability to choose where your attention goes. The algorithms are designed to make you reactive, but your mind was built to stay, to notice, to experience deeply. That capacity hasn't disappeared. It's just buried under layers of digital noise. Real change doesn't require rejecting technology completely. It requires slowing down your internal pace, reintroducing slower rewards, learning something difficult, walking in nature, letting your mind experience moments that are not optimized for engagement. Your attention is your most valuable resource. If you control it, you shape your life. If you lose it, you surrender control. Start small. Sit quietly. Focus on one thing. Allow yourself to feel bored. Because on the other side of boredom is clarity. And on the other side of clarity is a version of you that is finally free to pay attention to what truly matters.